What's going on, Star Wars fans? Welcome to another episode of Star Wars Doctrine. I believe this is episode number 10. Very excited to be with you guys for another week of fun Star Wars discussions. Star Wars Doctrine, we basically here we just discuss everything there is to discuss about your favorite galaxy far, far away. I am a new channel, so if you're new to the page, please do like this video for the support and subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Also, check us out on Instagram and Facebook because that's where all the discussions start. Start there, and then they move their way into the podcast with all of your guys' comments and points that you guys make. So it's all about the discussions, and happy to be doing this another week and have some really fun stuff to talk about with you guys this week. So there's been a lot of good news and a lot of fun stuff coming out, and we're getting closer and closer to Celebration, so that's getting exciting. And I'm excited to talk with you guys about it. So let's dive right into number one on the list, which is some breaking news here reported by Star Wars Newsnet. As I've said before, I'm always skeptical. I always report things because they're fun to talk about, but I do usually take Star Wars Newsnet at their word because I think that they've been reliable for us in the past. They're the ones who broke the Kenobi story, and we're still waiting to hear more about that, hopefully. So this was all about the new Star Wars trilogy, though, that's coming out. Well, I guess we don't necessarily know when it's coming out, but it's supposed to be the next trilogy. Been lots of rumors and leaks about it for a long time now, but to get some more official stuff is really exciting. So this is the Benioff and Weiss trilogy. That's the Game of Thrones creators, if you don't know them. So the fact that they got a trilogy is really exciting to me. And since that happened, since people found out they're getting a trilogy, everyone's been speculating and hoping that it's going to be an Old Republic trilogy, just because Game of Thrones takes place, a long time ago, and so naturally you're like, oh, they'd be a really good fit for Old Republic. So this kind of sheds some light on that. The Newsnet report says that their trilogy is going to take place well before the Skywalker saga. So to those of you who want Old Republic stuff, this is great news. I'm right there with you, and I've been hoping that that's what they would be exploring. I also hope that means they'll be dealing with a lot of our beloved legend Sith characters and stuff like that, Revan, Bane, all of those good things. So, but let me read you guys the report, at least a section of it, because I think it's got some good information. So Star Wars Newsnet here says, a contact who has worked on every Disney Star Wars film has shared some interesting information. According to them, the next Star Wars film could possibly begin filming this fall, which is a lot earlier than I expected personally. And it will be the first film in the series of films by Game of Thrones showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. I'm trying to get some confirmation on this information from other places, but as of now I only have one source, so I can only report this as a rumor, so use your pinches of cinnamon as you wish. But because of that simple fact, I can't say I'm as confident in this as I am about the Obi-Wan Kenobi streaming service series reports. So once again, he reiterates his confidence in the Kenobi report. But he says, though the source provided proof, they have worked on every Star Wars film since Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm and claim they are 95% confident this is accurate. So 95%, guys, that's pretty good. And if this source of his has worked on every single Disney Star Wars film, obviously he's not going to disclose the source because that would probably lose them their job. But the fact that they've worked on every project tells you they're probably a pretty reputable source and that this is probably more than likely what we're going to see. So obviously you guys were pretty excited in the comments. Lots of people getting pumped. Please be Old Republic, Revan. Let's see. Excited. Cool concept. Yeah, so pretty much well received from you guys as far as I can tell. I don't know anybody who's upset about the Old Republic stuff. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but I've yet to see it. I think it'd be cool. It's something that's ultimately unexplored in canon, at least for the most part, and that to me makes it the perfect opportunity. Plus, it gives cool tie-ins. You can kind of get away from the Skywalkers, start brand new characters. They can create their own, and I think that we'll grow to love these new characters. Hopefully, like I said, they'll pull from Legends and make it something that fans can relate to or have the nostalgia of some of the stuff that we liked from Legends. Hopefully some of those same characters as well. But I think it's got a lot of potential. These guys are great storytellers. I mean, I'm not a huge Game of Thrones fan by any means. I know a lot of you guys are, but everything I've heard is great. about the storyline and the storytelling. And to me, the fact that we're getting just awesome storytellers behind Star Wars, that's great. That's great news. That's what we need. We need a continuous, good storytelling trilogy. And I'm excited to see what they do with that. So don't think there could be anyone more perfect for the role. So that's pretty exciting. Also interesting, that kind of tells me too, if they're getting the next trilogy, that Rian Johnson's is probably on the back burner like we were speculating. And if we do even get that, it'll probably be after the next 3 films. So like I said, I personally think that they'll end up not going with him on the trilogy, but if they do, it probably looks like it won't be for quite a few years down the road. All right. One thing we've all been waiting for, Star Wars fans, is the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer. Obviously, there's been leaks and hints for months about when it's going to come out, and we've all been excited multiple times thinking it was going to be a specific day, and it never happened. Well, thankfully, we pretty much have an official date now of when we'll get the Episode 9 trailer and the title reveal, which will be on the exact same day with the trailer. So that's going to be at Star Wars Celebration, as a lot of us have been speculating. Friday, April 12th is the panel for Episode 9, and they have said that that is when the trailer will air, and that it will not be just a 30-second teaser trailer. It'll actually be a longer, full trailer. So that's exciting. We're going to get more than we thought out of this. Going to get a little bit longer screen time for the Episode 9 trailer, and of course the title reveal. So guys, hopefully they will be live streaming this on their YouTube channel or on StarWars.com. I know they've done that in the past. I'll try to keep you updated on the page when we find out if they officially will, so that you guys can watch that live, because that's what I'll be doing that day since I can't be there. So definitely look for that. This is pretty much confirmed. So up until then, don't get your hopes up about an earlier trailer or an earlier title reveal. So very excited though. Can't wait. April 12th is really not all that far away, guys. Just a couple more weeks. So hang in there. We'll get that soon. And I'll be right here talking about it with you guys as soon as we find out what that title is. And I'll do a breakdown of the trailer and give you some of my thoughts and stuff. And I think that'll be a whole lot of fun. But speaking of Star Wars Celebration, guys, I'm so bummed. I wish I could be there so bad. If any of you guys are going, let me know. I would love to see some of the pictures you guys get and hear about your guys' experiences, because man, I've never been, and it is a lifetime goal of mine to get there. So maybe I'll get to Celebration with this Old Republic trilogy, because it's obviously not going to happen in this trilogy. But although I think this Star Wars Celebration would be one of the best ones you could be at, because it's closing out the Skywalker saga. There's tons of special guests. They got so many good panels. Mandalorian, Phantom Menace 20-year anniversary. They got some Star Wars video game stuff. It's just going to be an amazing, amazing celebration. So one of my friends, his Instagram page is at the Gonk Droid. He's going to be there, and I'm super excited for him to be there. I can't wait to hear all about it. I got him going to give me some pictures so that I can feel like I was there at least a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited. So cool. So on the same topic of celebration, sorry, I get a little sidetracked. Big news on another special guest. The one and only chosen one, Hayden Christiansen, is going to join fans at Star Wars Celebration, according to StarWars.com. And that's got my wheels turning naturally. As you guys know, I speculate on everything that I can. So I've been saying for a long time that Anakin better be in Episode 9. And I will not take that back, because I think that if he is not in Episode 9, I don't think I'll like it. Like, seriously, it's like almost a make or break for me, because this is the Skywalker saga. It's been about him. He's the main character of the first 6 movies. So, I mean, and Luke as well, but it's all about Anakin. That's like his arc is Star Wars. So if you don't put him in Episode 9 when you're supposedly wrapping up the Skywalker saga, well, I just don't see how you wrap it up without him. So to me, him being at Celebration, yes, I do think it is because he will be in Episode 9. I'll say it. I'll roast me. I'll put all my chips down. I think he's going to be in Episode 9. This, to me, just confirms it. Because, sure, all the time we get people coming to Celebration. But Anakin, Hayden, he has distanced himself a little bit from Star Wars. And so the fact that he's going to be there is a big step. There was rumors a while back that Lucasfilms was negotiating with him to get him on set for the movie. Did it happen? We don't know. We'll probably not know until the movie comes out. I'm sure that they won't tell us because it'll be a fun surprise. But if he's going to be at Star Wars Celebration, that's just too big of a coincidence for me. I think that there's reason for it, and I think that he's going to be in a Force Ghost. I think he's going to appear to Rey and to Kylo. I hope that both of them will get to see him. There was a lot of talk. JJ actually talked about how in Episode 7 he considered doing a Force Ghost of Anakin where he switches back and forth between Anakin and Vader, and Kylo gets to see the conflict. And that's a very interesting concept to me. I really don't know if I like it, but we've talked about it in other videos. It could be cool if it's done right. The idea of dark side Force Ghost stuff's kind of interesting. Although, maybe because Anakin's the chosen one, there's different, I don't know. It'd be definitely interesting. I'd rather it maybe be more of a vision and not actually a Force Ghost. Because I think the concept's cool. I just don't know if I like dark side Force Ghosts. Because George Lucas was kind of against that himself. When he was making the Clone Wars, he actually talked about that. So, be interesting. Interesting to see what they do with that. But like I said, I do think that, I'm getting my hopes up that Anakin will be in it. So I will be disappointed, if he's not. I try not to go into movies with expectations, but I do have a couple for Episode 9, and Anakin being in it is definitely one of them. So, cool. So if you're at Celebration, go over there and get an autograph from Hayden, because I think that's what he's there doing, is signing autographs and stuff at the top stations. So, let's see here. Okay, Mandalorian. Yes, the Celebration panel for Mandalorian. Sorry, my computer's being stupid. 1 sec. Here we go. All right, Mandalorian Celebration panel is announced to take place on April 14th with special guests Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. That's awesome. Obviously, we know there's that cool picture of Dave and Jon and George Lucas all on the set of The Mandalorian. It's always cool that they let George come see all the sets. No, I don't think it means that he's involved in the script or anything like that. I'm not going to speculate like that. I don't think he had anything to do with Mandalorian. But Star Wars is his idea, so the fact that they let him come see the sets, I'm sure it tickles him. I'm sure he loves it. And maybe he gives some opinions, maybe he gives some ideas. I think he's just there to hang out, though, and obviously they want to have him because he's George Lucas. Who wouldn't want to hang out with George Lucas? So, but yeah, so this is Jon Favreau's show, which is super exciting. Obviously, I'm still not sure if I'm more excited about this or Episode 9, because I think The Mandalorian is just going to be awesome. Total new take on Star Wars to do the TV series live action like this, and Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni being involved. How can you go wrong? The answer is you can't. They're the ones behind Clone Wars, Rebels. So, it's going to be awesome. I fully expect it to be awesome. One of the better things of Star Wars. We already know that Disney's really putting a lot of their money into this show and into the Disney streaming service. They think that that's going to be one of the biggest things for Star Wars' future. So Bob Iger's even said this is everything, this is what we're all about. This is our new approach. Part of the reason that the Obi-Wan Kenobi film didn't happen was so they could move it to this streaming service, because I thought that would end up doing better. So lots of faith that they have in this, and that makes me excited. I think there's a lot of potential here. But like I said, it's Jon Favreau's show, but the fact that Dave Filoni's involved, and I think he even did the pilot episode, I want to say I heard, so it seems like he's pretty involved, more so than we originally thought. And Jon and Dave working together, obviously they're good friends, so that's perfect. They have great ideas that can go off of each other. But thinking about Dave being involved just gets me really excited for the potential of, Rebels characters making an appearance maybe. Like I said before, he's very protective of his characters, loves Ahsoka and everything like that. So it's possible. Sabine would be like a very good candidate for a cameo just because she's a Mandalorian. So that would be perfect if they could at least, I think you'll at least get a mention of her. Not necessarily sure whether you'll get an appearance, but it would be amazing if we did. I think that'd be so cool. But hopefully at least a reference. Also, something that I think could make an appearance is the Darksaber, because we know how sacred that was to Mandalore. We'll see how much of this takes place on Mandalore, or what situation Mandalore is even in at this point. But definitely potential for lots of good Easter eggs and fun stuff like that. So I'm excited. And one thing that got me even more excited is this behind the scenes picture that Jon Favreau shared. He has already teased IG-88 in a past post that I shared, saying that IG-88 was on set. And obviously that made everyone go nuts, because IG-88 is one of those characters we all talk about in the Legends that everyone just loves. He's a bounty hunter. He's in episode 5. Vader sends him out to try and track down the Falcon, I believe. So obviously Boba Fett's the one that ends up finding Han, but IG-88 was out there looking for him too. So the fact that we'll get more of him on screen is pretty sweet. This behind the scenes image is someone doing the voice for IG-88, and a lot of you guys were, I'm not really familiar. I'm going to probably butcher this name, but Taki Watiti. Anyways, apparently he's been involved in a lot of stuff. He was a director, and he's done a lot of stuff with Disney in the past, and some of the Marvel stuff and things like that. So, but some of you guys were kind of upset with him doing the voice. Some of you guys are excited. I don't know enough about him to really have an opinion, I don't think. To me, though, like IG-88, just being in it, I don't even care who's voicing him. I'm just happy he's in it. That pumps me up to see. And this obviously just confirms that he might have a pretty decent-sized role, which is just really exciting, because we got to get some familiar characters in this for it to feel really Star Wars-y. You can't just always have all new characters. You just got to at least have some tie-ins to the originals or the prequels or something. So the IG-88's fun because there's not a lot on him, so they can kind of do with him whatever they want, make a cool story, but we'll still feel the nostalgia of like, yeah, we know that character. We know he knows Vader and he's been there before, so that's really cool. I'm excited. Hopefully Star Wars Celebration will give us a trailer. Well, actually, I'd say we'll definitely get a trailer, and I think more than likely we're probably going to get a good look at least part of an episode, maybe the pilot, just because that's kind of what they've done in the past with other shows like Rebels. They always show like an actual episode to kind of tease and get you excited. So this show is supposed to air in fall, so that's pretty close. It's supposed to come out before episode 9, so Disney Plus should be launching here soon. We'll probably get a better date on that and when we can expect to be able to watch the Mandalorian episodes. So like we know they wrapped the same day as episode 9. So yeah, very exciting. That's coming up. I'm excited to get to discuss that stuff with you guys. Like I said, I'll try and give you full coverage and keep you all updated on Celebration as stuff comes out on the post. So be sure to check out Instagram and Facebook, like it if you haven't already, so you can, stay up to date on all this stuff and take part in these discussions, because there's going to be a lot of fun news coming up soon. And yeah, guys, I think that's about it for this week, but I'm really excited for a lot of the stuff to come, and excited that, you guys have given me the support so far and can keep going with these episodes. I'm really enjoying it and hope you guys are too. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below or get a hold of me on Instagram. I always love talking to you guys. And obviously you guys are giving me some great suggestions too, things to talk about and stuff like that. So keep it coming. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. Hope you have a great week. May the Force be with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because
it is your destiny.